Australia. Wild. Dusty. Magnificent. When you think about it, no other country on this planet can compete with the grandeur of this wide, brown land. It is essentially the grand finale of nature, where millions of species live together in harmony and peace. However, if Australian wildlife is the grand finale of nature, then Jetsa, an Aussie bloke, is the encore. His container series has proved itself a masterpiece. Hello.
I am David Attenborough.
And this is episode 5 of the Container series.
G'day everybody, it's me, I'm Jezza, I'm an Aussie bloke, and we are back for the last episode of the Container series. This is episode number 5, and we have done a lot of work to this container. This is episode 1, so I recommend going back and watching the 4 more episodes before this one, because they all follow on. Then come back to this one, episode number 5, and we'll finish her off. So before we start though, let's just do a recap of what we've done so far. In episode 1, we meet Jezza, who has a lot of Lego, so he buys a container to store it all. He takes some measurements and buys some steel. In episode 2, he makes a bench, which you don't see because of all the ads, but it gets done in the end. Episode 3, Jezza gets a sparky drain some power, and although he charges a lot for consumables, he gets the job done. So in episode 4, Jezza can put up the installation, wear some pants on his head, and make the container look like a spaceship. So this is the last episode, this is the biggie, what we've all been waiting for. This is where we finish this container off. So what's left to do? Well, 1, we have to paint the walls and the roof, paint it all, make it look good. B, put the bench top on, get that done, get the bench all sorted. And we have to put some trim around the top and the bottom, make it look good, you know, finish off, make it look profesh. First up, we'll work on the painting. I've got this tape here, painter's tape, marking tape, whatever you want to call it. We'll put this on the parts you don't want to get painted. So I'll go do that really quickly. Rightio, there we go. Now you can see it's all marked up, all nice and neat. That will look very good once it's painted. Rightio, next step is we need the actual paint. So there's a few ways you can paint it. You can either just get a paintbrush, paint it on. You can get like a roller, roll it on. They're both boring. My preferred way of painting is called the chuck and go. So this technique is pretty simple. All you have to do is get your paint, just take the lid off it. Lid's off, right, just give it a bit of a swirl to mix it up a bit, and then one quick movement. There you go, that's all done. Just close it up and let it dry for a bit. Alright, let's see how it went. Woo, that looks good. You can see there, it's covered it nice and evenly. Very good job on that wall and the ceiling as well, you can see there. Been nice and painted. You can even tell this bench has been painted black as well, which is pretty good. It's amazing how this chuck and go technique works like that. That is pretty good. Now, you may have noticed that this wall didn't get painted, and that's because we can't do it yet. We have to wait till we put the bench top on, and that's what we'll do now. So I've got 2 of these big wooden boards which I use for the bench tops. I'll put one there, one around the back. So I just got to, you know, put them in place, cut them to size, and then screw them from the bottom so you can't see the screw. Hold up. Oh, you can see me now. Yeah, so I've got 2 of these big wooden boards. I'll put one here, one around the back, and I'll just put them down, you know, cut them if I have to, and then I'll screw them from the bottom up so you can't see the screws, and it should look pretty schmick. So let's go ahead and do that now. Rightio guys, guess what? The bench top is all done. After that hard work, she is finally all together. And this thing, I'll tell you, she is strong. She is as strong as houses. In fact, you could build a house on this and the house wouldn't fall over and the bench wouldn't fall over and the bench and the house together won't fall over. Or if they're by themselves, they wouldn't fall over either. So this bench is a no fally overy bench. Nothing will fall over on this bench. Rightio, so now that we're done this, time to finish off the painting. Now you're probably thinking, he'll just do the same thing. He'll get the paint and do the chuck and go method and chuck it on the wall, on the back wall. But I can't do that because I'll get paint on the bench. So after the old-fashioned method of using a brush and a roller. Now, Gen Z is very, very obsessed with satisfying videos. And I know there's a lot of things that people say are satisfying or oddly satisfying or the most satisfying thing in the world, but painting is probably at the top. Just to give you some context so you can see what I'm talking about though, here are some non-satisfying things. Enough of that, please. Now, so that's what non-satisfying things are like. Now here is the most satisfying thing in the world, painting. That is so satisfying. A few of you may be wondering where I got the colour blue from, and it was actually about 6 nights ago. I had a dream. I was in Woolworths in Nepal, I think, and I had this shopping trolley and it had a bung wheel on it that wouldn't go straight, and I was going down aisle 6, I think, pushing the trolley down aisle 6, and this gorilla came around the other side, around the corner, and he looked at me and he said, the pretzels are in aisle 4, mate. And so yeah, that's how I thought to do blue. You guys ready? Check this out. There is the blue, all done and dusted. That looks pretty professional, I reckon. I've even put a bit of wood, as you can see along the bottom here, just to make it look nice and professional. And yeah, painted nice and smoothly. Very, 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 very nice, if I do say so myself. Alrighty, so now that blue is all done, we've got one more job to do, and that is this skirting at the top. So what I'm going to do is, I've got this skirt, get back here. Yeah, so I've got this skirting here, you can see it's painted white already, and the plan is to stick this up here. Come back. There you go. The plan is, the aim of the game is to get this and stick it up here. Now I might have to use screws or glue it, I'm not too sure what the go is yet, but you can see there it'll look pretty nice and professional when it is all You know what, just forget it, let's just go to the time lapse.
From number 10 Downing Street, the Prime Minister makes the momentous announcement for which the world had been waiting.
Today is Victory in Europe Day. Tomorrow will also be Victory in Europe Day. We may allow ourselves a brief period of rejoicing. But let us not forget for a moment the toils and efforts that lie ahead. Advance, Britannia! Long live the cause of freedom! God save the King!
This has been the story of an Aussie bloke named Jezza. He had a dream, and that dream was to beat his condition of TMLIMR, or too much Lego in my room. And now, after hard work, he has accomplished that dream. He has created an artwork, or as some might say, a work of art. The blood, sweat and tears he put in were all worth it. This just goes to show that no matter how small or how insignificant you are, you can find within you the power to build a container. Now we must say goodbye to Jezza and his container and let time continue on its steady march to the end of time, which is when time is at its end. Oh, I left my phone inside there. Hey guys, it's Jezza here. I'm an Aussie bloke, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching these videos. Thanks for supporting me by subscribing or commenting or liking. It really helps. I spent a lot of time and effort in this, and it is finally done. Now I know I still have to move all the Lego in here, but that will be a different video down the track. So for now, this container is done. But don't forget, if you're ever in Australia and you're a single bloke and you want to do something, don't forget you can always have the ability to do it if you have the determination and the drive to do that thing you need to do, as long as you have the right attitude and a spanner. I'll catch you guys later.